Hey guys, John Di Lemme here, the founder of Conservative Business Journal and the host of the CBJ Real News Podcast Show. And I'm excited tonight for a very special show on this great day of January 31st, 2022, the final day of the month of January. And you can see the title. It says, "What does a transgender pedophile and a rapper who shot a cop have in common?" Let me just reiterate that title because it's going to be a great show. What does a transgender pedophile and a rapper who shot a cop have in common? Interesting. They kind of got out of justice, right? Escape justice. That's what they have in common. So I'm actually going to be teaching or sharing tonight and doing this podcast show from two articles we published by our incredible team here at the Conservative Business Journal. And one is titled "Male Pedophile." Here we go. Male pedophile sentenced to 2 years in female juvenile facility. Did I read that right? I got to read that again. Male pedophile sentenced to 2 years in female juvenile facility. Okay. And then the other article, which we published, written by our great team, and they're both one is in politics on our site, conservativebusinessjournal.com, and the other one is trending news. And the title is "Teen Rapper Uses Record Deal Money for Bail After Shooting NYPD Officer." So let me just reiterate that. And all of you that are not sharing this news, and those of you listening to this, you want to make sure that's what we do with Conservative Business Journal is we share the real news. Hey, Marshall. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Kevin. This is where obviously recording this show live. Make sure you guys share our news. You are the media. You know, this, as you can see, when you hit my set, I love the red, white, and blue. I love the stars. I love America. We're to conserve and protect this great country. This is disgusting that's going on. So we're actually sharing this. Those of you interested in having these articles to send out to your circle of influence, you could post it on your social media platforms. You can email it out. You can text it out. This is how we get the real news out. There was nobody in the news media outlet reporting this. And most people, even of the conservative world, won't publish this because they're afraid of their sponsors. Well, you're too strong. Well, our supporters and sponsors truly appreciate that we do this. So make sure you guys visit conservativemarketplace.com, conservativemarketplace.com. Support. We have an amazing amount of products there and categories. It is just exploding. I'll be going through that later during a commercial break, but make sure you visit conservativemarketplace.com. Take a look at, this weekend we had a record-breaking weekend of people's lives changing through our health supplements, through our We the People Fight Back event shirts, through our hats, through the accessories, We the People or We the People pins, our red, white, and blue patriotic crosses. But I'll get more to that here in a little bit. But it's very important to realize that the media will not report the real news because, remember, most of them are hosts and they get paychecks. See, my wife and I founded the Conservative Business Journal, so we own and operate it. We're responsible for the everyday operations, the everyday cost of running a business. And in a media company, you can run a business and you can do what we do by revenue being generated. And revenue is generated by sponsors and supporters. So most media will not speak the truth because they're afraid of the repercussions, the ripple effect. But we're not. That's why we appreciate you guys visiting conservativemarketplace.com. Take a look at all the categories. I'll be going through all of them here in a little bit, but I wanted to reiterate that because the problem is you're getting censored fake news. So let me share with you. I want to unpack this first disgusting, grotesque news report that we shared on the Conservative Business Journal. It was published January 30th, 2022 at 11:58 p.m. in Politics. The title is "Male Pedophile Sentenced to 2 years in Female Juvenile Facility." That makes sense. Here we go. Leftist district attorneys and judges are facilitating the rape of young girls. Did I just say that? We just said that, right, Christy? Yeah. They're facilitating the rape of young girls. Let me say it again. They're facilitating the rape of young girls. At the age of 17, James Tubbs molested a 10-year-old girl. James, first name James. Could call him Jimmy, Jim, James, Jamie. No, Jamie's a girl's name, right? So James is a guy. At the age of 17, James Tubbs molested a 10-year-old girl in a women's bathroom. Tubbs is now 26-year-old and identifies as a female. Transgender is a demonic spirit. At the end of the crime, he identified as male. went by James Tubbs and did not identify as female until after he was taken into custody, according to prosecutors. Now, I have to reread that first paragraph because it's very difficult to follow me on this. At the age of 17, James Tubbs molested a 10-year-old girl in a women's bathroom. Tubbs is now 26 years old and identifies as a female. At the time of the crime, he identified as male, went by James Tubbs, and did not identify as female until after he was taken into custody, according to prosecutors. LA District Attorney George Gasson refused to move the case out of juvenile court due to Tubbs' age when he committed the crime. Tubbs pleads guilty and will serve 2 years in a female juvenile facility. A female juvenile facility. I wonder what James Tubbs, how he goes to the bathroom. Interesting, right?
So basically, you have a 26-year-old rapist who molested a 10-year-old.
So you have a 26-year-old rapist who molested a 10-year-old now in a female juvenile facility for just 2 years. If you don't think the radical communist left is facilitating this, then you're as sick as them. Pay attention, people. This is what we do in the Conservative Business Journal. We share the real news. And this is like real serious news. And that's why, guys, we're shadow banned everywhere. And I love CloutHub. Make sure you follow us on CloutHub, CLOUTHUB.com, CloutHub.com. Move on over there, especially those of you on Facebook. They censor me, they shadow ban me. I have well over 100,000 followers, and they don't see anything. And then follow us in CloutHub, and then subscribe, because when we post real news, you guys get notified, and you can share this because CloutHub is not censored. You realize big tech don't want this out because this is sick. Now to continue reading, since the crime occurred in California, here we go. It is subject to California jurisdiction. Unfortunately, for the victim and future victims of James Tubbs, District Attorney George Gasson has refused to try Tubbs as an adult. That's a sick person. I mean, you realize that's a sick person. So Gasson, to me, is now facilitating this sick sexual behavior going on. He's actually empowering it. He's giving them that bold statement to go, I can do this and nothing will happen to me. James Tubbs, a 26-year-old male, is being sentenced as though he is a 17-year-old female. Can I reread that? This is published, right? A 26-year-old male is being sentenced as though he is a 17-year-old female. You don't think there's a We the People Fight Back movement in America? And by the way, you guys are the first to hear, we've officially set our We the People Fight Back event for June. It's June 3rd, June 4th, correct, Christy? Yeah. June 3rd, June 4th, We the People Fight Back event. Beautiful Naples, Florida, Naples Hilton. We know we only have 200 VIP seats. Everyone's a VIP at our event. You guys know what we do. Many of you have been to them. Make sure to secure your seat now. It will fill very, very, very quickly. So make sure you call or text us at 561-847-3467, 561-847-3467. Just say We the People Fight Back event. Those of you that made an investment in the pre-investment of your tickets, just activate your seat. Secure your seat so we can put you down. We will fill at 200 very, very quickly. So, and then also those of you in Florida, we will be confirming tomorrow. Definitely, this is a free event. We're doing a Keep the State Red event Saturday, March 5th in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. We're going to have Dr. Krista there, Dr. Betsy there, Ian Ferrari, the world famous World War II superfood expert, right? He's a World War II expert. You're going to hear more about Ian. And Lisa and Tommy, the founders of Trumpsters Tuesday Therapy Group. It's going to be a tremendous event. Saturday, March 5th, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Absolutely free event. You know, we're looking for some sponsors to obviously offset the cost of it. Networking event, hors d'oeuvres, food, open cash bar for all of you. You hear from the speakers. A great night to get together to encourage and empower Floridians to keep the state red. Saturday, that's March 5th, right? Saturday, March 5th. So make sure you guys secure your seat. Let us know. And we'll be putting official website up where you can register. But just since I was talking about the We the People Fight Back event, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. So you guys can call or text once again, 561-847-3467, or email team, T-E-A-M, team at conservativebusinessjournal.com, and simply say, Saturday, March 5th, it's going to be an awesome event. We got to get together with like-minded people because this is sick. This is a sick, demonic situation. Male pedophile. Here we go. I got it. James Chubbs. You should call him Chubbs. James Tubbs, a 26-year-old male, is being sentenced as though he is a 17-year-old female. How do you even make any common sense out of that? This means Tubbs will serve the maximum 2-year sentence for any juvenile in the state of California, and he will serve it in a juvenile facility for female minors. So he molested at the age of 17. James molested a 10-year-old girl in a woman's bathroom. He's not going to serve a 2-year-old. He's going to serve a 2-year sentence as a 26-year-old male, but he identifies as a female, so he's going to serve in a female juvenile center. If you don't think that's demonic and that's a freak show, then there's something wrong with you. That's sick, right?
George Gascon for you.
George Gascon is a sick freak. I'm an independent news media outlet. I'm the founder of Conservative Business Journal. I'm very proud of what we build, and we build every day. Our team is tremendous. Publish this and writes this, and we put. That's why we do what we do. This is a sick, demented, demonic situation. Look. A 26-year-old male is being sentenced as though he's a 17-year-old female. This means Tubbs will serve the max. All he could serve is 2 years. Because he's being tried as a juvenile. But he molested a 10-year-old girl when he was 17 as a guy. And now he identifies as a female. This is sick. That's why it's called We the People Fight Back Movement. It's We the People. It's game on time. It's not a game anymore. It's not a game. That's right. Dr. Betsy said, transgender is a mental illness. Absolutely, Dr. Betsy. You're 1,000% correct, young lady. Dr. Betsy will be live at our Keep the State Red event. I'm excited to roll those back out prior to the election. We did those before the China virus. It's very important. We have to get together with like-minded patriots, we the people. And all of you are big-name speakers, every one of you. Obviously, we're going to hear from Dr. Betsy that night and Dr. Krista and Ian, some Floridians and champions we have as part of our community. And then I'm so excited to really you guys to hear Tommy and Lisa's story. I saw the Trump's Tuesday Therapy group. But let's continue with this. He will serve in a juvenile facility for female minors. Further, after his release from the juvenile detention facility, James Tubbs will not have to register as a sex offender. Do you understand how sick? Look, and you guys can take this section if you want, edit it out, make it go viral. This is a sick, demented situation. I want to read this. Let's be clear about what is going on here. An adult male attempted to rape a 10-year-old girl for his punishment. Leftist prosecutors and judges chose to imprison this pedophile in a facility for young girls. He raped and molested a young girl. She was 10, he was 17. Now he, she, whatever they identify, pronoun idiot, is identifying as a female, and these judges and Gaston is just empowering this sick lifestyle. This is why we the people fight back. That's what it's. This is sick and demented. This is horrific. This decision shows why the left's subjective gender ideology has severe consequences. James Tubbs claims that he's a woman, and the man he's referred to as Hannah Tubbs. Let me tell you something, James. I demand you should do life in prison. I demand that anybody that shoots a cop should get the death sentence. That's how I believe. Death penalty, right, Christy? Yeah. That's how I feel. Freedom of speech. I have a media outlet. Don't like it? Don't listen to me. That's exactly how I feel about it. This is sick. Hannah Tubbs. I ain't calling you Hannah Tubbs. I'm calling you a sick 26-year-old male that's using the system. And that's what the devil does. The devil works in witchcraft. They manipulate someone's mind. Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Says, edit nothing. You're right, my man. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support, too, in the conservative marketplace. It's because of you guys we can do this. Hannah Tubbs. Hannah, you got out of your mind. If you understand human biology, one cannot simply transform into the opposite gender. However, the court decided to treat James Tubbs leniently as a transgender woman. We can expect James Tubbs to attempt to rape girls while in a juvenile detention facility and after his release, which won't be difficult since he won't be labeled as a sex offender. So let me just say that to make all the radical liberal left go crazy. About 16 minutes into my podcast show tonight for January 31st, 2022. Let me just reiterate what's in our article, which is proudly published in the Conservative Business Journal. All of you should have this. You should send this out. You should get it out to your family, friends, coworkers, associates that are on the leftist side. They're liberals. They don't believe you should, they don't believe in your conservative values. And especially any Christian, anyone that goes to church should read this. This is a demon. This is a Goliath demon in him. We got to kill the demon. Not James. We have to kill the demon. Like Pastor Greg Locksman, a great series about the deliverance of demons. Obsessed with demons. Phenomenal series, right, Christy? Yep. This is proof of it. People will agree. You agree with this, then you better really get some deliverance too. Here we go. James Tubbs, right here. We could expect James Tubbs to attempt to rape girls while in a juvenile detention. Yeah, I just said that. In facility, and after his release, which won't be difficult since he won't be labeled as a sex offender. This story shows a leftist judicial system's failure to deliver justice and a tragedy for the victim. The victim refused to be present in the courtroom as seeing her attacker's face would be too much for her to bear. In a written statement, the victim detailed how the attempted rape made her feel worthless, powerless, and sometimes suicidal. I just wanted to forget I am part of any of this, and I'm constantly reminded of my past because of this case. I live in fear most of the time. I chose not to come into the court because I couldn't stand the thought of having to see my attacker's face again. And I hope after all of this comes to an end, my attacker gets the punishment he deserves for attacking a child with no problem, and I could finally get on with my life. Notice the pronouns the victim used when describing her attacker: he, him. In contrast, every member of the court and all mainstream news outlets who are cowards have used exclusively female pronouns when referring to James Tubbs. Let me tell you something. It's real simple. A man is a man, a woman is a woman. There's no in between. The identification is a freak show. That's all it is. Guys, you got to wake up. This, I believe, is one of the most important articles we published in the Conservative Business Journal. I challenge all of you to take it and share it. Take it and share it to 5 people, 10 people. Get it out there. Let people know this is going on. See, this is what happens when you turn the cheek. You turn the cheek, and then this sick stuff infiltrates our society. And obviously, as you know, how we believe that the vaccine is a bioweapon, the COVID is a complete scamdemic. We all know that. See, through all of that, this is happening. See, they do all that. They distract you on so much of that this is going on. And wait till we dig into our next story. But once again, this is why we appreciate our supporters, our sponsors, because we're able to have writers, and we pay our writers, our producers, our editors, right, Christy? Yeah. It's what we do in a media company. And those of you can just support us straight out. You guys can go to conservativebusinessjournal.com. We appreciate that. And unlike the other grifters that raise money for nothing, that steal money, we actually have a company. You guys go to conservativebusinessjournal.com. You see the word support on a menu bar, and there are 5 ways for you to support the Conservative Business Journal. There's a variety of ways, and we appreciate all of them, because this is this is probably, to me, one of the most important shows we've done. This is a rapist that's going to serve 2 years in jail and get out and not be labeled a sex offender because he's identifying as a girl, as Hannah Tubbs. Do you know how sick that is? How sick is that, Christy? Really sick. That's really sick. If any of you don't like it that I'm saying that, then you have a problem. Transgender is a sick. This is where it's okay. Just love them. Homosexual marriage leads to this. Homosexual marriages, man versus man marries a man, woman marries, this, all that. Now you're into this. It all starts. Just a mask. Just one jab. Just this. 15 days to flatten the curve. It's 2 friggin' years. It's 2 years, and there's 55,000 truckers about to just drive right over Trudeau in Canada, who's, by the way, Fidel Castro's son, right? Yep. So let me just wrap up this article for one of the 2 articles tonight. This is an outrage to biological truth, once again, and an insult to the victim. There should be no respect given to a 26-year-old male pedophile, especially concessions in terms of biological reality. I mean, I'm sure Hannah has a penis, right?
Yes.
I'm probably sure, right?
Yeah.
I'm most likely. That's a pretty strong statement. It's just the way God makes men. It's just the truth. Because I'm sure Hannah or James doesn't have a womb,
No.
so he ain't a woman. It's a freak show. That's just a fact. I highly suggest, guys, male pedophile sentenced to 2 years in female juvenile facility. This is public article published in Conservative Business Journal. This is press. Share it. Take it to 5, 10, 15 people. Get it out to people. Don't underestimate your impact for a handful of people. Very, very powerful, guys. Once again, this is why we do what we do. Appreciate you guys also following us. As you guys know, we are on Telegram at CBJ Real News. And those of you on Telegram, just share this and just go in and share it to your contacts. Make sure you do follow us on Telegram. And we're getting our bots under control because we're heavily attacked even on Telegram to come after me. So I think we just figured it out today. We actually hired a bot person, right? We were having a serious bot issue because remember, I'm a high value target on social media because of my consistency. So when you're on Telegram, once again, our channel is CBJ Real News. On Rumble, our channel is CBJ Real News. And on Cloud Hub, it is CBJ Real News. Make sure you guys do follow us on Cloud Hub. And make sure you do visit our main website, conservativebusinessjournal.com, real news for the American people, and submit your best email address so you get notified. Like this went out. Like a few women said, cut his D off, right? That rhymes with Rick. That was the best. It came in very quickly. This pisses people off, and it should piss people off. Pastor Greg Locke said pissed off this weekend, and they quoted in the Bible where Jesus said it 3 times in the King James Version, so he'll tell you what that is, right? But guys, we got to fight. We not fight physically. We got to fight with our words, fight with our belief, and fight with our commitment, fight with our dedication. So important. So here we go. Next one. This infuriates me. This is even completely more friggin' nonsense. And let me just read it what I said. A cop killer should get the death penalty. That's how I feel. Just how I feel. And I believe many of you also feel that way. Because here we go. Teen rapper uses record deal for bail after shooting NYPD officer. You won't hear this. Fox won't report this. And 99% of so-called conservative voices. And guys, look, I've been banned on YouTube for well over a year. I've been shadow banned. I'm banned on YouTube, banned on LinkedIn, banned on TikTok. We can't post our We the People Fight Back event on Eventbrite. Banned. Shadow banned on Instagram and Facebook. It's pretty awesome. And I ain't backing down. I'm sharing the truth. That's why it's so important, guys. Make sure you have our smartphone app on your phone. However you download your favorite podcast apps, search out Conservative Business Journal. That's what the app is on, a Conservative Business Journal. Hit subscribe. It's free in all these episodes. Share them all. All the episodes with Dr. Betsy. Dr. Betsy. You just put Dr. Betsy's last name in EADS. It comes up. Search feature, share them. All the episodes with Dr. Krista Kremensky. Share them. Sheriff Richard Mack's episode went viral last week. Tremendous, right? Yeah. Tremendous episode with Sheriff Mack. All my interviews with Mike Lindell. I've interviewed Mike 4 times. You put Lindell and comes right up. You guys can visit conservativebusinessjournal.com. It says on podcast, click on there. It says get the app now. Get the app. Share it. This is real news. This episode tonight with this situation with this rapper, you won't hear this reported like this. It says New York police officers face serious danger due to leftist politicians greenlighting criminality and violence. On January 21st, NYPD officer Jason Rivera and Wilbert Mora were killed in an ambush shooting. Now, news have been released that Cameron Williams, a 16-year-old wannabe rapper and gang member, shot Officer Kasim Pennant. Shot Officer Kasim Pennant. Even worse, Williams walks free after securing a $250,000 bond by using money from his record deal advance on his contract with Interscope Records. The shooting took place near East 187th Street. I know exactly where that is in New York. After cops responded to reports of an unruly crowd Officers directed Williams to remove his hands from his pockets, to which he refused. As Officer Pennant struggled to restrain Williams, the gun in his pocket was discharged. The bullet shot through Williams' groin before striking Officer Pennant in the leg. Bronx prosecutors demanded that Williams be held without bail. Now, wouldn't that make sense? Without bail. But once again, leftist liberal policies, seeing how the 16-year-old was already on probation for a 2020 gun possession arrest. The progressive judge refused to listen to the prosecutors and set bond at $250,000. What a piece of crap judge, right? Really a piece. Progressive should mean piece of crap. I love being an independent news media outlet, right? Yep. I just love being independent. I can't be told what to say or how to say it or when to say it. Because I listen to somebody's wannabes, somebody's wannabe people. They don't speak the real news. They're not sharing the truth. They're backing down from speaking the truth. Because I believe many of you like what you're hearing here tonight, what we're sharing, because it's the truth. You may wonder to yourself, how was a 16-year-old able to secure $250,000 to post bail? Williams took out an advance. There's so many mechanics to that from a business perspective. Well, that's my expertise. I obviously wrote the book on capitalism. All my interviews this week is about capitalism, the labor shortage, the supply chain, capitalism versus communism, socialism. But obviously, I'm reporting on news tonight from Conservative Business Journal. Williams took out an advance on his contract with Interscope Records to post a $15,000 needed to secure the bond. You know, there's lawyers, there's contracts, all that. Well, what do you need the money for? Well, I shot a cop, but I want to get released. Okay. I mean, everybody tied to that is a criminal in my eyes. 16 years old. It's an insult to the police officers who face imminent and life-threatening danger to release Williams back onto the streets of New York. Williams' attorney who orchestrated his release, Williams' attorney. What do you think of that? What do you think of that attorney? She's an attorney who
also worked with other people just like him.
Yeah.
To get off on things like that.
God's going to answer one day to God. He's going to be accountable. It's disgusting. So it's an insult to the police officers who face imminent life-threatening danger to release Williams back onto the streets of New York. Williams' attorney who orchestrated his release is Dawn Florio. Florio has worked with other prominent and deplorable rappers such as, I don't even know how to say this, 6ix9ine by 9. What is it? 6 whatever, just some other freak show rapper. Dawn Florio was able to convince Judge Boyle to set a bond for the murderous rapper and gang member with the following statement. He has a very promising career. Not only does he sing, rap, he writes his own music. One of his songs on YouTube has 8 million views. Hey, I had 18 million views on a video I did in 60 seconds why Obama was the worst president ever. That's why YouTube banned me, but this schmuck is on YouTube. Interesting, right? Williams' rap name is C Blue. His music videos show him depicted with a devil horns while he raps about being a gang member and shooting opposing gang members. It's hard to imagine anything more explicitly demonic than the music Williams produces. What's even more demonic is the so-called attorney that's representing him, and then the judge that let him off, right? Yep. You know, even as we've published this and obviously read them, and even as I unpack this news, it's very important, guys. You must get these articles out. You must get these articles we published in the Conservative Business Journal. It is so important. So important. Right here. And then it says, it's horrible. After Williams was released back into the streets of New York, Florio made the following statement. Cameron has been released and will be back to his regular productive life of focusing on schoolwork, his music career. Oh, I'm sure this kid is just studying all night long. You got to be a real friggin' idiot. You got to be a real freaking idiot. You got to be a real schmuck, moron, dope moron. This guy is a murderous killer. The guy should be, wake up, people. Wake up. In case you're not sure who I am, my name is John Lemme. I'm the founder of Conservative Business Journal and the host of the CBJ Real News Podcast Show, and also the founder of two major movements: the Keep the State Red events, to Keep Florida Red, which we're doing. We're relaunching those. We did those. That's where I met my buddy Presley 2.5 years ago. And we did Keep the State Red events in Naples, in Orlando, in Miami, in West Palm Beach. And now we'll be doing one in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, Saturday, March 5th. And also our infamous, our epic events, our 2-day We the People Fight Back events. We just released tonight's the first time you guys are hearing it. June 3rd, June 4th. Make sure you secure your ticket there. We'll be announcing all the speakers at it coming up here shortly. But look, that's who I am. I think this is that's why I chose to do a double show of two disgusting things. Who would have thought that a guy rapes a 10-year-old and now is serving as a female 2 years in a female juvenile facility and will be released and won't be labeled a sex offender? It's disgusting. And any of you on the left, that's why I want you to send this out to your family. And for any of you that are on the left, what if this was your daughter? What if this was your son who was a cop? What if this was your cousin, friend, nephew, niece? What if this was you? Because it will hit home with you shortly. The way they're infiltrating and the ripple effect, it's going to hit home. I believe in the favor of God. I believe the more we speak, the more God protects us. If you agree with this, you're in bed with this. And you're in bed with this demon wearing devil horns. Continue with this dope statement from the attorney. Florio's statement is almost comical. In reality, Williams will return to his productive life of taking illegal drugs and murdering black teenagers. At least that's what one would assume from the content of his lyrics. Patrick Lynch, president of the NYPD Police PBA, Benevolent Association, had this to say in Williams' release. This individual chose to carry illegal guns twice. He chose to fight with and shoot a New York City police officer. There's no reason to believe he won't do the exact same thing when he's out on the street tonight. Shame on Judge Dennis Boyle for allowing this to happen. Lynch's point about the illegal gun possession is extremely important. Following the killing of officers Riviera and Mora, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, I nickname her Kathy Hellhole, described the incident in the following way. A shot from an illegal gun took the life of an NYPD officer. Hochul refused to blame the murderous criminal. Instead, she used the tragic incident to campaign for increased gun control. Like, this guy actually think he got the gun. You are an idiot. I think you're an idiot. You're just an idiot. Instead, she used the tragic incident to campaign for increased gun control to deal with illegal gun issues. Obviously, the leftist concern about illegal guns in the hands of criminals is illegitimate, as they refuse to seriously prosecute criminals like Williams. Guys, it's getting out of control. Tonight's show, titled, "What Is a Transgender, Pedophile, and a Rapper Who Shot a Cop Have in Common?" I believe is one of the most important episodes we've done here in the Conservative Business Journal podcast news media series. I believe it's so important for the CBJ Real News. I believe you guys got to share this. Two ways you can do it. Take this episode and share it. And most importantly, I want to make sure you have these articles in your hands. They're both published articles. To get them in your hands, visit Conservative Business Journal, or you could simply call or text us at 561-847-3467 and request pedophile article and rapper article. We'll send them to you. And look, I'm challenging someone tonight or today, we listen to this during the replay. Do the world a favor. Share them. Get them out to your family, friends, coworkers, and associates. You know, you're not shadow banned or censored on social media outlets. Take these articles and share it. Get the real news out. This is what we need to do to educate people, because this is not a political situation. This is leftist progressive attorneys, prosecutors, and district attorneys that are literally letting deadly criminals and demonic freaks. This guy shot a cop, got money from a rap deal. This one is a sexual pedophile freak show, transgender lunatic that's going to serve 2 years as a female, but it's a male who raped a 10-year-old, who molested a 10-year-old. Absolutely, you can't make this nonsense up. You think I'm kidding? Feel free to take the articles and share them. Before we conclude the show, allow me to go to our commercial break. And for those of you who realize, once again, conservativemarketplace.com. And remember, they tried to ban us and censor us and shut us down. And then we had to figure out a way not to cower down. I can say what I say every night, and we've created this phenomenal marketplace, conservativemarketplace.com. I want to show the quick commercial. Make sure our health supplement section exploding. Dr. Betsy and Dr. Krista did a jaw-dropping episode last Thursday evening, which we're republishing again tonight. And at the end of it, they do a section about quercetin and NAC, which all of you should have both of those in your home. And they're available on conservativemarketplace.com. Health supplements. Let me show the quick commercial, and then we'll wrap this up. And guys, that's our conservativemarketplace.com. Visit it. 5% of proceeds goes to Heartbeat of Miami. And I want to give a huge shout out to Trump Train 21. Trump Train 21, which is the username on CloudHub, this is exciting, guys. When he said, I got the notification from CloudHub, but not Facebook or YouTube. So guys, when you're on CloudHub and you subscribe to our channel, you'll get notified when we go live. That's awesome, Trump Train 21. Thank you for being a follower. Thank you for being a patriot. And guys, once again, visit CLOUT, CloutHub, search CloudHub, put CBJ Real News on the search. Subscribe to our channel. It's free. You'll be notified every time I load up a video, and also every time we publish a news article. This is how we combat the fake news. So guys, conservativemarketplace.com, our categories are exploding. Everybody loves our American Patriot shirt, which we released at the We the People at the We the People Fight Back event. And guys, you can find it under shirts. You can also find it under the We the People swagwear section. And then everyone loves our Let's Go Brandon hat, right? Yep. Our Let's Go Brandon hat. You guys can find us under hats. And then our supplements, our health supplements. Take a look at the variety on everyone that's on it. We highly recommend. Dr. Betsy, Dr. Krista recommends them. Then our superfood athlete, entrepreneur, Ian Ferrari. I'm actually going to be recording a show this week with Ian, breaking down every single product on there from Purium and how to use them and what the benefit of, because so many of you have made investments, especially in the Vax Regret program, which many of you are around. Anybody that's taken a Vax or have taken a Vax, you definitely want to get that in you. And that's what we have it labeled, the immune building system. And the reason why, guys, this is all commercial. You may watch other shows. There's one show I noticed, 60% of his show is commercials. Every other 5 seconds is a commercial for a different product. I don't do that. We have the conservative marketplace. We'll also be updating our pet section very shortly, right? Tonight, guys, go under pets. Right now we have pet nutrition, but we're gonna have some bow ties for dogs and cats and some bandanas, some patriotic bandanas and patriotic bow ties going live within 24 hours on a conservative marketplace. So, guys, it is so important. Once again, make sure for those of you interested in the Vax Regret program, you go into health supplements, and it's labeled the immune building system, supports cleansing of toxins and heavy metals. That's the cracked cell chlorella, the fulvic zeolite, and the zinc aid. Highly recommended by Dr. Betsy, Dr. Krista, and Ian. So, guys, the conservativemarketplace.com, that's our sponsor, that's our supporter. So I do, people go, they take commercial breaks every 10 minutes on a radio show. We do them at the end. And guys, so conservativemarketplace.com, patronize it. But then I do want to show a quick review of April and Jason who I know they'll be coming down for our event in June. That Christy's friends from Tennessee, they gave a great review of our We the People Fight Back events. I just want to show that real quick here.
Excited to be here. I could not wait for Jason to attend this event with me. I came last year in August, and I just couldn't wait to get back. We watch online all of the shows, the podcast, all of the guests that John has, and it's like a family. And I kept telling Jason, wait till you meet the people and see when you walk in the room. It's like a family reunion because you learn that you're not alone. You learn that there's people out there that love this country like we do and love the Lord and know that Jesus Christ comes first and that our country is built on Christian principles and there is so much to fight for. And I'll tell you what, right here, this bracelet right here that I have worn since the event, every day I have put that bracelet on since the event, and it reminds me of the family that I made here. It reminds me there are people standing strong for what we believe in, and the fight that John and Christy have every day, and that they're forging for all of us to stay strong and fight for this country. So we're just excited to be here, and everybody needs to come out. If you've not been, you need to come.
Yeah, it's, you know, and the reason why I show that, because she said a key word: stay strong. You've got to stay strong about the people you're around. It is so critically, crucially important. Thank all of you. I believe this is an epic show about what is a transgender pedophile and a rapper who shot a cop have in common. Share the episode. Make sure you guys share this episode, share the audio, share the video, by the time I listen to this, share the audio podcast. Obviously, the podcast that comes out on all the podcast platforms. I believe this one is going to be downloaded tens of thousands of times because it is a very crucial topic that I'm willing to address head on. I'm not a paid media outlet that's not willing to address it. So, guys, we're excited about it. Make sure you get your CDC. These were even a hit Saturday right at the event and out in beautiful Immokalee. So we got our Let's Go Brandon CDC vaccination, Let's Go Brandon novelty cards. Guys, God bless you. I look forward to our shows upcoming this week. And anything we can do for you, call or text 561-847-3467. And once again, a pedophile and a rapper. Let this episode speak to you. Unpack it, listen to it, share it, read the articles, and get them out there. Good night. God bless you. Thank you for all the support. And once again, as you guys know, for those of you that pin is crooked, my We the People pin got crooked there. It's about We the People. The pins are awesome on accessories. Obviously, all of you know my man Mike Lindell. Those of you, when you do visit mypillow.com, I appreciate you using promo code CBJ for MyPillow. Just write that down. mypillow.com. When you do visit mypillow.com, use promo code CBJ. That's how obviously supports everyone. Guys, good night. God bless you. Great show. Share it. Change people's lives. It's awesome.